Alrighty. Spacer's Choice. Taste the freedom. During the 21st century, medical skills, emergency medical inhaler, all that good stuff. Faster than light ship drives are commonly called skip drives. Allow ships to skip past the speed of light. Loading in. Always lags a little bit right as I'm loading in, but I think we're okay. Our bearings. That attractive man and character. Yeah. Ready to go. Okay. Strength, dexterity, intelligence, perception, charm. Temperament, I think we're working on... Adelaide refused to return to Edgewater. Geothermal plant. Working shifts at the cannery. Maybe we can do this first since we're here. Sniper rifle. Pistol. Lagging a little bit.
Abernathy's chipper today.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
Give me that. Ooh. Didn't really expect to jump that far. I realize my webcam's cutting off. Parvati.
Just keep working. Work fortifies the spirit.
If I can adjust that, maybe. What if we're able to get more than one party member? We have like a whole crew going on?
Had your rations yet?
Yep, 2 whole cans of...
Edgewater Cannery. Where would I find the third one?
Saltuna.
Oh well. Go to the geothermal plant. Alright, disarm security fences. Perfect. Logs inaccessible. All security logs terminated in the event of a major emergency. Scheduled security critically overdue. Yep. If you're a member of Spacer's Choice Security Detail assigned to this location, please turn in your identification for immediate reprimand. Failure to do so may result in an immediate reprimand. That's hilarious. Okay. Oops. Light assault rifle, some impact hammers. Mag 2 power. Damage type to plasma. It's Spacer's Choice. Oh, you can sneak under the fence. Also probably jump over the fence. Ciao.
Easy. Okay, gone quiet. The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Well, this person's got no head. The receptionist. Being purged. I had to borrow your copy of Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Radio's been sputtering and I need the reference. Return my copy to the repair bay. There's our last copy. Yeah, so everywhere mechanical's gone haywire. Gunfire, hearing some screams. Oh la, I think that was someone's leg. Would like to leave early for the day. Please deduct delinquency fee from my pay. Thank you, proud to be a member of Spacer's Choice family. Oh my gosh.
Wish I could do that. Nice.
Right, from Spacer's Choice. Miss Braden, this letter serves as an informal notification of our company's displeasure toward your management of the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. For reasons related to exceeding your staff budget in your latest quarterly report, please select 5 subordinates to be dismissed immediately. Additionally, please contact our office to schedule your official reprimand at your earliest convenience. Failure to schedule your official reprimand will result in an official reprimand. The Spacer's Choice family would like to collectively remind you that you working for Spacer's Choice is not a right but a privilege. Okay. From J. Braden. To the esteemed members of the Emerald Vale Development and Oversight Committee, I hope this letter finds you wealthy. After due consideration of your last letter, I have identified and terminated no fewer than 5 subordinates who are unable to provide sufficient justification for their ongoing employment. I would like to remind the Oversight Committee that while most of Emerald Vale has failed to meet its production and output quotas, particularly our agriculture and fishing/canning departments, neither of which are anywhere close to profitable, the Emerald Vale geothermal plant remains committed to providing cheap, cost-effective power to the entire region. Regards, Juno Braden, the manager. Miss Braden, we have investigated the claims made against the profitability of the greater Emerald Vale region. Our offices agree with you. Agriculture and fishing canning have experienced a steady decline, while the Emerald Vale geothermal plant remains somewhat profitable. Our offices are currently investigating ways to implement additional cost-saving measures, which will ultimately lead to a leaner, more streamlined, more efficient geothermal power plant. Please be informed that the Spacer's Choice Development and Oversight Office has taken a significant insurance policy against the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. The office would like to assure you that this insurance policy is a standard procedure. Do not attempt to interpret, understand, or otherwise extrapolate meaning from this decision. As a special courtesy, we've deployed a proprietary team of engineering specialists to the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. This team of specialists has been instructed to refit and upgrade the plant's population of auto mechanicals free of charge. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, that's shady as hell. Alright, I need to search in every corner. Just focus on like straightforward stuff. I think all of this stuff, I've got so much ammo and everything. And status. Operating at 22% efficiency. Currently being distributed to Botanical Laboratory and Edgewater Saltuna Cannery. Structural damage detected. Redirect power. Safety failures detected. High likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage. Redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. Activate all 3 electrical track switches. Okay.
Three switches. That'll be easy enough.
I'm gonna get that book first.
Wish I could do that.
Passcode, personal files. S. Tanaka, Chief of Security. Chester Higgins again, that whole head. Found him fiddling around with one of the mechanicals, so I had to write him up for tampering with company property. Just in case I'm reading this a couple of days from now and feeling bad for what I've done, let me just remind myself that I've warned him before. He's always been a little crooked in the skull. He was working on some logic module. I confiscated it. Should be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future. A logic module. Doesn't sit right with me. Company's been replacing our guards with auto mechanicals. At this rate, I'm going to end up chief of security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals knocking about, guns pointed every which way. Company tells us they're safe, programmed to treat us humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but an auto mechanical never will. I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me, but the company's never been wrong before, I suppose. Worst has happened. Mechanical's gone crazy, locked myself down here, trying to gather my courage. I'm gonna make a mad dash for the control room. Might be able to shut things down. Will delete the sentry if I ever return. RIP. Greetings, Security Chief S. Tanaka. This is an automated message initiated by Spacer's Choice Worker Safety Contingency Protocols. The security lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Your behavior during this lockdown will be reviewed during your quarterly audit. Anxiety is a common side effect of life-threatening situations engendered by security lockdowns. Fight back against anxiety with an ice-cold bottle of Zero-G Brew. Zero-G Brew. An ale that's good for what ails you. Oh my goodness. Can't,
Nicely done.
Can't wait to redirect the power here. Logic module. And a music box for some reason.
Not even a scratch. Got it. Heads down.
Excuse me.
System
All together.
fatality.
It's Jeremy. Jeremy spoken yesterday. Need something to read down in the pit. Okay. On a repair log, corporate seems to just send a team of technicians to conduct a complete refit of all our mechanicals. Every Century and drone. It's not my place to say so, but doesn't this run contrary to the Spacer's Choice mission of being as cheap as possible? Just in case I'm audited, I would like to formally express how grateful I am to be a part of the Spacer's Choice family. Spacer's Choice is the leading brand in affordable sundry across Halcyon. It's not the best choice, it's the Spacer's Choice. Just finished a routine maintenance on our mechanical sentries. Found some strange modifications to their logic modules. I haven't had time to run a diagnostic, so I don't know what's been modified. All I know is that these modifications were introduced in our recent refit. The company went through the trouble of refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago. Guessing this was the work of those visiting technicians. I filed a report, but my supervisor told me not to worry about it. Said the company knew what it was doing. Ordered me to forget about any alleged modifications to the logic modules. Decided to do a bit of sleuthing by my own self. Got my hands on a logic module. Time to do a little experimentation.
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice.
You made it out of that
All
junkyard.
systems fully operational. Return journey successfully completed. Spacer's Choice would like to thank you for complying with your duties.
Yeah, why aren't you attacking me?
Hostile actions towards Spacer's Choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with Spacer's Choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist.
Of course.
Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
Confirmation granted. I like the sound of that. You're the jam, Jeremy.
Nice one!
I think I left a switch back down there. Here we go.
There's two more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale?
Oh. Somebody down here.
Gosh, that's clever.
A workbench.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
I'm trying to get down and help
No,
this
no, no,
person.
just leave me alone.
Higgins.
No, 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 just leave me alone. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot, scram.
I wasn't trying to startle you. Most people don't see me coming.
Most people? But I'm the only one left. No. Remember your first rule, Higgins. No arguing with the Phantoms. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're not imagining me.
Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Yeah, how long have you been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
Yeah, what exactly do you do here?
Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
How have you been surviving?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
Why didn't you leave? Yeah. These have been abandoned. What happened?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
You weren't killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
How do we stop them?
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanics follow the behavior of their logic module. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Oh, his eyes went weird there for a second.
The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
Okay.
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Open fire on any...
How could this
You
happen?
mean, why did the mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it. I was on cleaning duty at the time.
Do-do-do-do. I rushed down here because he sounded like he was in trouble. But it doesn't look like it, so... Okay.
Time to go. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt... No!
Required for adjacent unit.
Is that Jeremy or... No, it's not.
Everyone all right?
Oh, it looks like that was all of them.
Celeste. I'm not sure what the right is. Alls I know is the decision's final.
Modern mode. Define intruders. Intruders are Spacer's Choice auto mechanicals. Go. In case there are any left, which I don't believe there are, so. Or plant workers. Excuse me. Let's see if guy down here has anything to say now that we reprogrammed everything.
What's eating you? The tail. Forgot.
Never mind. I guess he's not interested, so let's redivert that power. Not redivert, reroute or divert. Pick one or the other. Where'd Jeremy go?
Once we do this, there's no... Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Yeah. Reed tells me Edgewater's going to die without workers in power.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
But the deserters are also a community. They're not going to come back. What if cutting off the power to the town allows the deserters to take over? I'd prefer that.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
I didn't get that from talking to her.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Like hearing from you.
I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Like when companions have a personality. Sorry, Edgewater. Let's go with the botanical laboratory. Permanent power failure at Edgewater.
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
We'll talk later. Spacer's Choice reputation decreased. Like I care. Yeah, I gotta turn the logic module into this guy.
Town's been dark a while now. Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us. Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Alright, take care. Go ahead and tell Reed. Sorry, bud.
What are we supposed to do now?
Exercise patience and contemplate the scriptures. Oh, it's you. Reed told me I should be expecting you. He's inside. All the time to start looking for work. Lucky for you, I am authorized to hire freelancers even during times of crisis. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders.
Oh,
Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
okay.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Who do you work for, Spacer's Choice or Edgewater?
If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serve Spacer's Choice.
Who does Spacer's Choice answer to?
Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, also known as the Board. I must admit it bothers me that you don't already know this.
I'm Phineas Wells.
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
He kidnapped me, unfroze my body, and shot me into space. Then I landed here.
Shot you into space? You know, lying to a Spacer's Choice constable is a violation of company policy and punishable by a fine.
It's a good thing I don't belong to the Spacer's Choice family.
It is, for Spacer's Choice. Unfortunately, the
He's hit
arrest of
back.
Mr. Wells falls outside my authority. I enforce the company policy of Spacer's Choice in the region of Emerald Vale. Wells is wanted by the board. If you have information related to the location of Phineas V. Wells, you are required to submit that information to your nearest board authority.
Alright, so who do I have to talk to?
Any information regarding outstanding bounties and wanted criminals should be directed to Mr. Udom Bedford. Mr. Bedford's office is located on the Groundbreaker.
What is that?
Halcyon's original colony ship, now repurposed into a space station. Mr. Udom Bedford represents the board's interest on the Groundbreaker. Something else I can do for you?
And talk to Reed. Hey, Betty.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
Yeah, I don't owe you an explanation. Seems kind of rude. I'm not trying to teach him a lesson. I guess it's not personal.
That power regulator is company property. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
What's gonna happen to Edgewater?
Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some will starve. And as for me, I will tender my resignation, whereupon I shall be processed and then duly imprisoned for gross incompetence.
All right, buddy.
Apologies won't give us our lives back, but for what it's worth, I am sorry too.
Okay, keep him quiet. Nice. Here we go!
I'm going in!
Everyone all right?
All right, Reed. Shouldn't have come back, my guy. Not a very good constable. Go up to Reed's. Where's Reed's area? Oh, let's level up. No perks this level, that's fine. Seal.
Bridgewater's experiencing what we in the profession like to call a quandary.
How am I supposed to file a report with the power?
Just as I was on the mend, the cannery had to go and shut down.
Cannery's dead. This is gonna throw a wrench into my actuarial tables.
Is Reed hiding in there?
Mr. Thompson is aware of your concerns. And
I put my whole life in that cannery.
Oh, I actually can't go up to his area. I didn't realize he lived at the top of the cannery. I didn't look around too much. Let's go tell the botanical lab all about it.
I've never seen the camp so lively.
I've never seen the camp so lively.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Here you go.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one? Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment. Well, don't keep me in suspense.
The Elusive Part 3.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Thanks, buddy.
You hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the Vale like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence.
No reason you got a grudge against a dead man.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Alright, I'm not gonna be rude to this lady. What happens now?
Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go.
A lot more mouths to feed.
Not as many as you'd think. We're not about to let the whole town join our flock. Just the ones willing to renounce their corporate loyalties and live the way nature intended. I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so
If I had the choice, I would tell her to let the town join. Yours is the better way of life is essentially what I was thinking.
You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined.
Alright. I did not mean to do that. See if we can do this real quick. Go to this industrial zone first. Gilliam and Trim. Tamed canids?
Okay, here we go! That's the last of them.
Ouch. Do not mean to do that.
Incoming!
How's it going, sir? It's been a minute. Haven't I been here? I think I looted all this stuff. Definitely have. I've been here. I'm good. Just hanging out, doing my thing, you know? It's not the worst unless it's Borst worst. They have a workbench here. I can break some stuff down. Chalk stick. I might give that to my follower here. But you didn't get a head start. Well, they come pretty quick, so don't worry. Where's outfit? Tempting indeed. I'll give her this. I don't know. I don't think you're... It sounds like you're cheating the system. I don't know if they've realized that. That might be exploiting a bug. Might be exploiting a loophole. Let's see. I just started. This is still the first area and among the first like main quest. Just killed a snake. A really fat snake. Your friends are hyped about it, but it doesn't look like your type. I would say if you like Fallout, this is just like Fallout, that kind of game. That was my follower, but yeah. Where'd she go? I don't know where she went. Ooh. Oh, here she is. She was pumped about killing that snake.
Got it? Inside voices. We can handle this. Nice one! Look at us!
Alright, Doc Maybell. I killed the innocent fat snake. Yeah, that's true.
Down they go.
Oh, I gotta go in this cave. Oh my gosh.
Let's go!
Good lord. I got Blad on stick. Yeah, if you don't like Fallout, this is probably not your kind of game. So no big deal. Something that's rare and new. A game in the zombie genre. Rare and new, like Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know if you've ever heard of that game. Oh, but other than that, rare and new. Sounds like a bad console port. Dang, throw in the shade. Why doesn't this tell me which objective that is? Oh, if I look at it, it does Constable Reyes or Birdie. Looking for Birdie. Well, I was gonna poke holes in your logic, but you've created a completely flawless argument, so I'd rather save myself the embarrassment. Oh, sucks to suck.
I'm ready for this. Good one.
What is happening over here? Oh my god. What are they throwing? My goodness. Nature strikes back indeed. I think my gun's broken. It's not doing as much damage.
That's the last of them.
I want some apple juice in real life. It does, right? Why does it sound so good right now? A mantipillar. Make some on stream. I actually don't have any apples. But you're right. Just turn that category to IRL and bing bang
Got my
boom.
hands full at the moment. Make it quick, please.
Here to turn it
We play by
about.
the finger. What do you have for me? Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. Was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. I'll just need your signature here, 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 and here. Got any more fingers for me?
Spacer's Choice are now nervous.
Mabel Burgess. Age 37? Right or left-handed? Let's just say no longer applicable. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Still one outstanding bounty.
Weird.
If you've got a finger, I've got the paperwork. Here we are. Bertie Cotton. Cause of death. Let's just say overwhelming physical trauma. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get what we deserve in the end. Well, that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint ink. Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus.
What's this? Junior Deputy Constable.
You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations.
Well, the Marauders are supposed to be bad people. I did just accept a quest to hunt them down. I actually don't know what they did.
Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people.
Doesn't really answer my question.
Marauders are folk who lost the will to keep working, wandered out into the wilds and gave into their baser instincts. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy.
Yeah, I heard one of your workers shot himself. Eugene, I think.
Uh-huh. I recall young Eugene. Good kid. Nice smile. Fussy about his health, though. Took a little too much adrenatime. That'll do a number on your brain matter. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of adrenatime. What's on your mind?
Okay. Let's get back to our ship. Maybe I can get this thing off the ground. Finally. $31. Mission. Ooh, this is cool. Maybe I want to wear it. Take it off. What are you doing? She won't give it back. What the heck? Oh, did you post a link or something? Did it get deleted? Weird. It says deleted for me. What is it? Here, give me just a quick sec. I'll uh-oh. Uh, oh, my thing like froze for a second. Should still be live. Not purge. Want to There, I think I added you as a VIP. Can you post it now? I would be jealous if I have played any Diablo games. But Diablo 4 does look cool. Is that just on Discord? Is that just the custom status?
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine.
Nice.
To a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Screw Spacer's Choice. Come work with me.
I have imagined it. Until you
Nice
came
to see
along,
you.
Never thought I had the choice.
You
I
are
wanna ask
rich.
something.
Thank you very
can
much
say
for
no,
following.
But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Perfect. I have a medic and an engineer all ready for my ship. Glad to have you along. Pick a cabin.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Be back by that helmet.
Well,
what's up, dude?
I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Sure.
By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today?
Nothing. Go ahead and my workbench, break this stuff down. She has a few red flags. Yeah, she'll be hanging out in the engine room. It's all good. Cool. All back to 100%. Have any mods? Guns and damages melee attackers. Oh, backpack. Alright, we're okay for now.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you,
Okay.
Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Can you talk me through it?
Step 1. Pick up your power regulator. Step 2. Approach the terminal located in our engine room. Step 3. Insert power regulator. Step 4. Celebrate. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Okay. Oh shoot. Knew that was gonna hurt.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's rocky road. Where'd you read that? Okay.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Sure.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Stellar Bay. Yeah. Or I could put a couple light years between me and Halcyon.
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star.
Darn it.
Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating
Alright, my dude.
precariously around the edge of oblivion
You
together.
take care and you have fun.
None of us
If you
are
find a
leaving
cool new
Halcyon
zombie
alive,
game, you
so
let me know.
We may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the Hope.
Have a good one. Reviving the Hope. Alright, let's go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Yeah, what is that?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
People actually fall for this? It seems far-fetched.
Ha 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 ha! The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you.
Yeah, what are the limitations?
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Couldn't I just steal a uniform or something?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
Yeah, how does it sweeten your breath?
Science, that's how. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Then navigation panel. Let's holographic shroud. Oh. Reed's hat. Sometimes when faced with a choice, the only proper response is to annihilate the people asking you to make it. Forged under pressure, this decorative skull is carved from volcanic rock. Why do I have his hat? Dialogue skills +7. Do 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 do. There's 5 previous perks. Yeah, more carrying capacity. I like that. Got a shotgun and a staff. You can wear Reed's hat. Up his health. bin. Does that mean I can store stuff there? Like my own chest? Sentry saber, I'll leave that there. Oh. Era 2, Hephaestus, Monarch. Antium. Habitable surface. You can see all the planets in the system as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you have unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work. During your adventures, things may happen to your character that can trigger a flaw offer. Taking the flaw is optional, but doing so provides you with a perk. The choice is yours. Acrophobia. After repeatedly falling from great heights, you no longer function well when the ground is far beneath you. Phobic. Dexterity -1, perception -1, temperament -1. I do not want that. I may consider flaws for like my strength and stuff. Not my dexterity though. Black market fence located on the ground breaker. So I need to go to the ground breaker docking bays.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
Yeah, what about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
You said you could keep this boat in good repair.
I abso-surely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson would have said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet. All I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned.
Sure, let's go.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Nope. Select up to 2 companions to accompany you. That's dope.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers. Yeah, with a toss ball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Yeah, what's going on?
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
Heard you knock someone out with a toss ball stick.
The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, alright? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it. So, of course, I decked him with a toss ball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan?
Rizzo's Rangers.
Only the finest group of tossball players ever to take the field. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Oh boy.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's me.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
I never got your name. I'm Cameron 4.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, Felix.
See you around, boss.
You gonna go steal something off my ship? I kind of feel like you are.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Yeah, I've done work for Sublight. Need to pay the bill somehow.
Sedition, forgery, conspiracy to commit conspiracy, unlicensed medical practice, destruction of board property.
What the did to get the board so wild at him?
Captain Gunnar McRed for several counts of public intoxication, destruction of groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Reporting a failure to board a tip, blah blah blah, proof of kill.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please.
Present Hawthorne's ID. Who's Oh, Captain Hawthorne.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin
man.
According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
I take it back. I'm not Hawthorne, and that isn't my ship.
Oh, thank the law. I could use a diversion. Tell me more, then. Really sell it to me.
Hawthorne died in a crash. I took his ID so I could fly his ship.
Not fond of that story. It lacks dazzle. What else have you got?
I won the ship in a poker game. Hawthorne gave me his ID so I could fly it.
You can do better than that. Where's the drama?
Captain Hawthorne abducted me and made me work his ship for free. I'm a prisoner. Help.
I like where this is headed. What happened to this, vile kidnapper?
He disappeared in the night.
You must feel terrific. Good for you.
Do you believe I'm not Hawthorne?
Not in the least. Good story, though.
Come on. How to get this
You'll
resolved?
want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea why it was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Has to be a mistake.
Not gonna lie, you're in a pickle. But Udom's an interesting guy. Might be y'all could come to accords if you play your cards right. Huh. Records show this ain't the first time your ship's been impounded. Seems to get cleared up pretty quick. You might not be in this pickle for long. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
What is it?
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Here.
Be seeing you.
I'm done talking to that guy. Speed grip. Gyro sight. Hey, buddies.
Move along. I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Don't do that, Graham.
Asshole.
I don't have time for this.
Captain, I was hoping for a word.
Okay.
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
You know someone who could read the book?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Ooh. Seems like a bit of a long shot. What makes you so sure?
Oh, I'm anything but certain. But it's all I've got at the moment. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Was it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Alright, what time is it? Get about 15 more minutes before I shut down. Getting a little tired, but we can definitely explore around here, see what's going on.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
Yeah, sure. Ooh. Grenade launchers. Plasma rifles, revolver. Deadeye assault rifle. Tactical shotgun. Deadeye assault rifle. I don't want to use all my money on that. Could buy the Fun Times barrel, so critical damage 25%, plus the tactical assault rifle. Ooh, that'd be good. Oh, I already have one, never mind. I'm gonna save my money. Although this is 62 DPS. Level 4.
Ooh, someone has got to talk with Chief Tennyson about the thermostat around here.
This is 198 DPS. Level 11. I think that upgrade is too big to just pass up. Max can hang on to this rifle.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
What?
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache Udon fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
Ah, the board.
Walking
Organized,
mustache.
Efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
For the following
I
story.
think everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
Remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer.
Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream
I feel like
am
he's
I
gonna
trapped?
turn around and be like, ha ha ha, I'm happy he's dead.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
What? Yep, he sure did.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
He died in an escape pod accident.
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details.
So about my ship.
Fine. You're free to go. I've removed the impound order on your ship. But before you go, I did have one request. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Why is the board so interested in Wells anyway?
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
Let's hold that close to the vest for now. Alex never mentioned Phineas Wells.
Well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
Why is the board upset about it?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Anything I can do to help?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's my white whale, I suppose.
Can't tell you where Wells is.
It's fine, really. It's now, if you've nothing else.
Drown in your work, okay. Contact Gladys.
Are you listening to me? You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Whoops.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Wheeler says your shipment won't be coming
He
in
must
soon.
be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
Try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster.
Oops,
That's
sorry
where I'd
for
start,
hitting the mic.
were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
You don't even like her, but you're checking on her?
You say that like it's weird.
It's very noble of you.
It is most certainly not. And watch where you go saying that, okay? You're gonna give people the wrong idea. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all.
Maybe I can look in on Jesse.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Yeah. Be shot on sight using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities. Okay, we'll do that a little bit later. Find him on Scylla. That later. Introduce her to the engineer.
C&P worst. It's not the worst unless it's worst.
Ike's Armory.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons, for those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Ooh. Pulse hammers. All sorts of armor. Bunch of long guns, right? Control helmet. Ranged weapon skills +5. What do I have on? Sneak +3 and sneak +5. This stuff's pretty good.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Hey, Orange 4. Nice place you got here, Chief.
No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
Do whatever I can to help you keep the peace.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Now that my ship's out of impound, I can safely say I'm headed for Monarch.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
You don't have a lot of faith in the board.
You're right, I don't. The board is after 2 things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
Must not like Udom Bedford very much.
I like to think of myself as a nice person, but if that gaudy embassy of his was on fire, I might hold my breath a moment before activating the sprinkler system. The board wants control over Groundbreaker, and leeches like Udom Bedford will do anything to please their corporate masters.
How do you keep the board at a safe distance?
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change.
Maybe I'm the guy to help change that.
You've got my attention.
Let's see, Parvati, let's go talk.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
I feel like they're kind of vibing. Don't be shy requesting time off if you need to compare notes in person.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Whisper, nice job.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Alright. It's kind of warm in here. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Why haven't you fixed them?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
No room for compromise?
None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
Need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Got it. Take care of that right now.
Hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Couldn't we try to talk this out with whoever is down there?
Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
I'll get those parts for you.
Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
All good. I like this lady.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a scandal has rocked the league and thrown this pivotal game into question. Both teams have tested negative for performance-enhancing stims. A tossball first.
Negative.
Coaches and referees are debating how and if this behavior could lead to an unfair advantage. You've been listening to Halcyon News, your mandated duty as a good citizen of Halcyon.
Okay. Well, I think with that, next time we'll come back and help out Max with his, help him out with that next time. We got plenty of stuff to do. The game seems to be opening up now. I'm gonna go ahead and save and call it a night here. So looking over there, it looks unfortunately like my webcam is covering my party members. So next time we come back, I'm probably gonna have moved my webcam to the other side of the screen. I don't think anything comes up in the top right. Oh, shoot. Oh my god.
Nice hit.
Kill your companions. No. This thing is powerful. Reputation with the board is increasing doing this. Interesting. I don't think I like the board. In any case, though, I'm really enjoying this game so far, so I'm excited to keep playing it. Go ahead and quit out. I really appreciate you guys hanging out and watching. And I think my thing is freezing again. One sec. Oh boy. Strange. Alright. Looks like should be fine. In any case, thank you, sir, for hanging out, chatting, and for that follow. Sir, please, I really appreciate that. It's good talking to you again, and I'll catch the rest of you guys later. Have a good one.